it with music, beautiful music. Hello, I'm Fred Miller, and this is yet another lecture in song. And before we go through the Roaring Twenties, a little bit about me. I was born in Albuquerque, had a great classical piano teacher, loved the classics, loved grand opera. And then right on my 13th birthday, the Beatles arrived, and my musical taste expanded to include the great rock songs of the 60s. That would go on through high school till the summer after I graduated. A friend showed me an article about a big rock festival taking place in upstate New York, and we were up for a big adventure and looked at that lineup. My God. Said, let's go. So we hitchhiked most of the way from New Mexico to the Woodstock Festival. Even managed to show up very prominently in the poster there. I wanted to be a musician. I knew that from a very early age, but I didn't want to be a rock musician. I didn't feel I was cut out to be a classical musician. And I didn't particularly want to go to college either. I went very briefly and left and traveled around the country in my VW Bug, and at some point finally settled in Greenwich Village. And somebody gave me an album of Ella Fitzgerald singing Cole Porter, and I had found my music. The Great American Songbook, Gershwin, Porter, Kern, Rogers, Berlin, Fred Astaire, Judy Garland, Ethel Merman, Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby. Came up with the idea of a lecture in song, each one being a profile of a great personality or some aspect of American popular music. And I started initially just with the songwriters and the performers. Then I expanded over these years, one little by little, into 7 different categories. I now have 75 different lectures in song, each described in detail at fredmillermusic.com. This is part of my ERA program, my ERA series within the series. I've divided American history into 7 different parts, and this is part 2, the first part being the very, very beginnings of the country right through World War I. And so here we are now, just coming out of World War I. And if caution and restraint were in the process of being discarded, of course, there was all that trauma and horror of World War I. We have now big social changes at work. And first, this is 1919, 1920. It's France. It's wistful. There's a song in the land of the lily, each sweetheart has heard with a sigh. Over high garden walls, the sweet echo falls as a soldier boy whispers goodbye. Smile the while you kiss me, sad adieu. When the clouds roll by, I'll come to you. Then the skies will seem more blue. Down in Lover's Lane, my dearie, wedding bells will ring so merrily. Every tear will be a memory. So wait and pray each night for me till we meet again. And here's a funny song, but it's profound. The loss of innocence after World War I. Reuben, Reuben, I've been thinking, said his wifey dear. Now that all is peaceful and calm, the boys will soon be back on the farm. Mr. Reuben started winking and slowly rubbed his chin. He pulled his chair up close to Mother and he asked her with a grin, how you gonna keep 'em down on the farm after they seen Perry? How you gonna keep 'em away from Broadway, jazzing around, painting the town? How you gonna keep 'em away from harm? That's a mystery. They'll never want to see a rake or a plow, and who the deuce can parlez-vous a cow? How you gonna keep 'em down on the farm after they seen Perry? Imagine Reuben when he meets his pa. He'll kiss his cheek and holler, ooh la la. How you gonna keep 'em down on the farm after they seen Perry? Into the Roaring Twenties. The whole spirit, let's live, live, live. Tomorrow we all might die. Bill collectors gather round and rather haunt the cottage next door. Men the grocer and butcher sent, men who call for the rent. But within a happy chappy and his bride of only a year seem to be so cheerful. Here's an earful of the chatter you hear. Every morning, every evening, ain't we got fun? Not much money, oh, but honey, ain't we got fun? The rent's unpaid.